Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila, and I'm coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 6. I believe this is episode 4, Facing the Fire. The episode picks up where it left off, where Pam is at the office where Andy and Fatima works, and she's crying, and everybody is around her. And that's when she gave the news to everybody that Karen is dead. Even though we didn't know for sure, she didn't know for sure. She just automatically assumed that she was dead because of course, the fire, and they said that it was a dead body in the building. And of course, everybody is caught off guard, and Zach is really acting. So while that they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this, everybody is shocked and crying. Like, Andy is saying she's pregnant, and Fatima is trying to console Pam, and Zach over there talking, I'm gonna call her. And then he says, I'm about to go. So he just runs out of the office building, and he leaves everybody's there. And Fatima is just looking like, I can't believe this dude just left me with his friends. Well, of course she's friends with Andy, so it's not a big deal, but you can tell on her face, that she is upset, and that has been the face of this whole show. I said Fatima is mad and she ain't hiding it. So anyway, they all get in the car. Fatima, Pam, and Andy, they're in the car, and Andy is zoned out. She was crying real hard, then she's like zoned out. She's just looking into the sky like, I can't believe this is happening, and she's telling Fatima can she get there faster? And Fatima's like, I'm going as fast as I can. And then Pam says, not as fast as Zach. I said, so we throwing shade? I thought you're supposed to be crying because you left the curlers on. But anyway, and also she is crying, Pam is, because she's saying that Aaron blames me. And they're like, why is Aaron blaming you? And then she said, because she left the curlers on. And then that's when Andy is like, really, Pam? Karen always tells you not to leave the curlers on, and you're going to do it, the one thing that she always on you about, and you did it. So it's almost like Andy is blaming Pam as well, because you had one job to do and you didn't do it. And that's pretty much it. And they also call Danny. She's at the office. Well, she's down at the airport. They call her, and they're just like, go to the salon. Because they're in Andy's car. And when they call Danny thinks that Andy is calling her, but it's Fatima calling on behalf of Andy because Andy is so distraught. And so when she hears Fatima voice, she's like, "Oh, what's up with you?" She's thinking that something is going on with Zach. Like, what did Zach do? But it ain't Zach. It's, I need you to get down there. But in true Tyler Perry fashion, it's always a back and forth. Can we just go? Can we just go and go down there? And you know, Danny is saying that y'all scaring her and all that, but she finally is like, okay, I'm gonna go. So that was pretty much it. Now back over here, child. Over here, Q's still in the hospital, and so Officer Logan comes in, and he's like, you need to go to work. And because he's pretty much telling Q, you look bad in this situation. You are my witness. You are the one that is on camera with the gun, and you are also in Maurice's car. So you're making this case look bad. And he's really fussing at Q, and Q sitting over here talking about, I'm shot. He like, dude, you all right? And and then the thing about it is, the Officer Logan, he's not even caring about innocent people that could be possibly going to jail, because he did say, these people robbed a bank. They robbed a bank, according to Q's confession. That was not really a good confession. A child, a blind man, can see that confession wasn't even no confession like that. It was so sarcastic, it was crazy. But I don't even know how that is permissible in court, only in Tyler Perry's court. But he's just saying, you need to get up and go to work. That don't even look good for you to be having a gun, you in somebody else's car, and you have marijuana in your system. And Q was over there laying up talking about, but it ain't time for him to get discharged. He was like, I don't care. You need to get up and go. And don't forget that Maurice came through there and threatened him. And he said, as soon as you get out this hospital, your days are numbered. So I'm pretty sure that's going through Q's mind too. But Officer Logan, like, you need to get up because you're making me look bad. He's like, I just got a promotion off of this case, off of his confession. And I'm like, so that's all you there for, Logan? Just the money? You don't care about these people? But you know what? It is what it is. I actually thought that Officer Logan was a pretty good dude, but now I see that he ain't. He'll put anybody in jail just to make a few extra dollars. And he just got cued to do it because he was saying, like, if this stuff go like this, then he gonna end up putting them back in jail. But Q said that I thought the confession meant that he can't go to jail for that bank robbery because he already had somebody to confess. But Officer Logan said he can pretty much change it to where he can. So he need to get up, go to work, and act like you ain't did nothing wrong. But all the while, it's on tape that he did something wrong. So only thing Maurice really got to do was go down to the court, to the police officer, report his car stolen, report that this man tried to rob him or something, and they can put Q back in jail because it's on tape. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much that. All right, so this conversation kind of confused me because, Sabrina still didn't have no shoes on when she got home. And I said, so you walked around bare feet. So y'all done went down to lunch. Y'all done went to lunch and you ain't had no shoes on. So Bio, you come buy her no shoes? And the reason why I say that, because when it was time for them to leave to go down to the salon, she actually put her shoes on. So that means to tell me that you've been walking around here bare feet the whole time. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So Bio was telling Sabrina, I'm glad you had the lunch or whatever. You enjoyed yourself, all that. She said that's what she needed to take her mind off of everything. So Maurice comes over because apparently Sabrina ain't been answering her phone. So Maurice come over there and he sees Bayou and he's instantly like, oh my God, your highness, prince, sir, and all this stuff. And he was telling Bayou, thank you. And Bayou said, I didn't do that for you. I did it for her. And he was like, well, thank you for doing this for us. And he said, yes, Prince, I like your music. He was like, I don't, Maurice is being everybody doesn't take to Maurice. Just because Maurice has friends that understand him, everybody ain't gonna understand it. And I don't even understand why, because, and then Maurice had made a comment to the effect of, thanks for doing this on short notice or something like that. And he said, oh, so you're calling me short because of my height? So I was just so confused. I was like, so what is going on in this whole conversation? And then Maurice thinks that Bio thinks that he trying to talk to Sabrina. He said, no, don't get it twisted. I know what you're probably thinking. I don't like women. I don't like Sabrina. I don't know who would, but I like penis. I was like, so you sitting up here finna tell this whole man that you like pink? Like, that's so disrespectful. And I know they tried to make it seem as if Bio was homophobic, but Bio had said when they had the whole conversation before, when he was talking to Sabrina, talking about his lifestyle, but he was talking about him robbing banks and stuff like that. And he was still asking Sabrina, like, do you think he did it because birds of a feather? And that's when Sabrina kept saying, no, he's not like that. He's not like that, because Sabrina had thought that Bio was thinking that he was homophobic. But he wasn't. He was talking about his actions and him robbing his bank. And so now I don't even believe that Bio thinks that Q may be all the way innocent, because he really did this on the strength of Sabrina. So where Maurice talking about homophobic, and if you can't see that, Sabrina, then something is wrong with you. Only thing that I saw in this whole conversation is Maurice being a little bit too aggressive to a man that he don't even know, that bailed him out of jail on the strength of somebody else. So he coming in there doing all this overacting, talking about, Prince, I like your music and I like penis. That'll rub any man the wrong way. These people don't know him. Like, that man don't know you. And for you to automatically instantly be like, oh, he homophobic. And then Okay, so let's just say, okay, this man is homophobic, but this man still got you out of jail. So at least show him some respect in that regard, that he got you out of jail. And you can have enough respect on your mouth that you don't have to come and say, yeah, I like penis. Get, all that. I mean, he doing, to me, I feel like he just doing too much. And I don't know. I just think that that's a little bit too much for me because yeah, but anyway, so Bio leave because he feels uncomfortable. He said that was disgusting what he did, which it was disgusting. You sit up here telling a whole man that you like penis and you know this man ain't even like that. That's just some roots. You know what? Anyway, I guess. But anyway, Bio, he go ahead and he leave. And then that's when he say the whole thing to Sabrina, he homophobic if you don't see it, whatever, whatever. But this man got you out of jail. Okay. Anyway, so... And then Sabrina looks at her phone. She missing all these calls. And then, she just telling him she got to get down to the salon and all that stuff. All right. So now we are back over at the salon, right? So first Aaron is there and Gary. And then Zach pulls up. And now Zach and Aaron are having words. Talking about, oh, now you care that you think because you think she did and all this stuff. And then I don't know, was it me? But I was really laughing out loud at this scene because I just felt like it was a lot of overacting. It was just Zach, Karen. I was like, she don't hear you because the man had came, anyway, I'll get there. But yeah. So he yelling all at the sky. The man that came in and talking about, yeah, there is a dead body in there. We just got to figure out all this stuff, right? And then everybody is there. Everybody. It's like they had one Tyler Perry scene on this scene. So you got Fatima, you got Pam. Did I say Sabrina, Danny, Preston, Child? Everybody, Gary, everybody is there on set. It's like we're gonna have one big group scene. So everybody there, they on set. Everybody is crying. They trying to figure out. The more and more people come up, the more and more the tears shed. You know how it is. Like when you ain't seen something, like if a tragic incident happened, and then like you would see a certain friend and you just start crying all over again. So that's pretty much how it was. And Aaron is still blaming Pam. You the one left the curlers on. She told you this. Pam still trying to defend herself. And then all the while they over there for Fatima looking like this. Why she looking? Because Fatima, Zach is saying that anybody call Karen's mom, and Aaron is saying, no, we don't want to alarm her right now because we really don't know what's going on. Zach get on the phone, leaving messages, call me. You know what I'm saying? Please call me when you get a chance. I was like, oh my God. But Fatima's face said it all. So I was just looking at this and I was just thinking, I was like, okay, so what would I do if I was in this situation? I hope I don't have to be. But I can just imagine if I was with somebody for a long time and if I had, because at this point, Zach is still thinking that she could be possibly pregnant with her child. So we have to put all things into perspective, right? So this is a person that I've been with. She could be possibly carrying my child. I don't hate her, even though we are in a bad space. You know what I'm saying? I still have love for her. And you really don't know how much you love somebody until they're actually gone. You know what I'm saying? That's a human emotion. It don't matter. It could be the craziest person like that you ain't seen in forever. And then when you find out that they did, you be like, dang, for real? It just make you feel a type of way, even when you had a relationship with somebody. So, but I hear it all the time, Chad, how it be situations where women be married to men or it be boyfriend and girlfriend. They find out that their ex-boyfriend done died. They can't really show their emotion in front of their now, you know what I'm saying, husband or wife or whatever, because they don't want the spouse to get mad. And then that person end up having to go into another room and cry because they don't want the current spouse to feel some type of way to make them think that they still in love with the old spouse. And that's just a sad thing to do because I just look at it like, I feel like we're all human and we all have emotions. And I don't think that a person should have to hide an emotion just because, you know, you don't want to make another person feel bad. And if and if you got to sit up here and look like Fatima looking, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So while they all in the circle, child, they crying, everybody is consoling everybody, you know. And I was like, how did Preston get there? Who told Preston? Who told Calvin? I was like, how all these people get here? Like, who told them? Child, was it they in the group chat together? You know, whatever. But they out there, they all trying to figure out. And then like I said, the guy who came out, he said there is a body in there. Hold on. Am I going too? Yes, I am. I'm going too far. So while they was all huddled up, right, they all crying and stuff. Then guess who pops out? Dun 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 dun. Karen. And so when I was looking at this, because I said, I don't know if this set is real or fake, because I know they have a whole Tyler Perry Studios. And I was assuming that, I mean, he has like legit buildings. But for some reason, this scene just looks so weird because the way she walked up out the blue and then she walked in the middle of the circle and people act like they didn't see her. I said, is she a ghost? I said, is she a ghost? Like, do they not see her standing here? It's like the reactions were so delayed. I was just looking like, okay, so ain't nobody gonna look at Kira. And so she was like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, girl, you already know what's going on. You see your salon done burnt up. You was in a hole on the floor laying down. So you know what's going on. Why you over here acting like this is new news? That's why I was confused. That's why I was confused. I thought she was gonna be a ghost saying, come on, y'all, don't cry. But I'm like, oh, so she real? And why she acting like she don't know what's going on? But anyway, I just thought that was so funny. So, all right, so everybody look up. They're like, Karen. And so then Zach goes run and hug Karen, child. He done hugged us so long, child. Her vertebrae was gonna break. And while the whole time, he hugging on her. He looking at her. Oh, I was just laughing. I said this. Ooh. But Tina said she can't take it. She said, I can't take it. So she hop on in her car and she leave or whatever. So Zach telling Karen, you know, because Karen looking at her building like, oh my God, this is my stuff or whatever. Then she fussing at Pam talking about, I keep telling you leave the curlers on. I was like, dang, you ain't happy you alive. You still got to wake up fussing. Anyway, and so they was asking her what happened. She said she pulled up and she saw the smoke. She went in. She tried to, you know, she ended up passing out. And Lou, I think his name was Lou, he ended up getting her out the fire, taking her to the hospital. And that's what happened. But then they did say that somebody had died. That's when the man came out again. I think he came out twice. Yeah, he came out and said that the fire started from the back. So it didn't even have nothing to do with Pam. So the fire started from the back and it came up through the ceiling. And there was a man that actually died. And Lou said it'd be homeless people around her all the time, because I think he probably got to feed the homeless ministry or something. I don't know, but he got a shop next door or something. And so Pam was just like, I knew you was gonna come in handy for something, child. I ain't never seen Lou before in the whole 6 years of watching Tyler Perry Sistas. I ain't never seen Lou come over to Karen's shop, knock on the door, ask for no water, sugar, nothing. So apparently it's other people that's in this child in this plaza other than Karen's hair mastery. But anyway, so they happy for Lou. Maurice talking about, hey Lou, you know, bow leg get love. Shout out to Mari. Anyway, so that's done. Everybody is like, oh my God, I cannot take it. Danny said, girl, you better be glad you ain't dead. You got me running around here. What Karen say? If you gonna have me riled up like this, then you should have been dead, because them people was losing their mind, child. But they still happy that she's around, girl. Because after Zach finally, Zach really didn't even let her go. They had to break that up, and all the girls got around there and hugged her. And Zach also did say he was gonna help her build her stuff up. And then we kind of find out that Karen ain't even got no insurance. I was like, girl, how you ain't got no insurance? Do they, I mean, I ain't never had no brick and mortar building, but do they allow you to be in a brick and mortar building without having insurance? I thought that was law. I thought you had to have insurance on everything, but apparently, child, in Tyler Perry, where you don't. But anyway, so they ended up taking Karen home. After Zach then came to reality, he looked up Fatima, she gone. Child, they said that Fatima had got a ride share, so she went ahead and left out. And then everybody else to left. They gonna pay him talking about how I'm gonna get home. They talking about you gonna have to get a ride share too. So anyway, everybody dispersed pretty much. So now Pam back at the house, and Aaron calls her. Girl, we got so many scenes with Pam. So Pam finna be in a sister circle too, hugged up with some flowers with all the other girls. Anyway, so Pam over there, Aaron calls her. He wants to apologize. She rubbed it in his face that it wasn't her fault. I told y'all, but you did leave the curlers on. But I guess you didn't start the fire, which is cool, which is great. Ain't nobody got to be blaming you for nobody untimely death, child. But yeah, they talk, and Aaron is apologetic, and then Pam started being real. I'm like, why are you talking? Okay, so if my friend is dating somebody that I know, why would I say bring me some diamonds, or bring me, you fine, and bring, some of this stuff be going overboard, because I don't talk to my friends men like that. I just think that's the weirdest thing. I know she was probably trying to get him off the phone, but you still saying all of that, because she done already said this stuff to Pam too, talking about how fine he is and stuff. Now they on the phone. It's almost like they was slick flirting. Child, come on. Aaron, you finna start trying to holler at Pam on the low? But it seemed a little flirty to me. But anyway, so they end all that. Now, Fatima, she over at the bar, and she drinking. Angela comes up, and she is talking about Zach and saying, like, the way he was acting, and he was overacting and all this stuff. Because initially, when she mentioned Zach, Angela is like, what did he do now? She said, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, girl, you just went through this with Ian. Like, and then I'm glad that Angela did play devil's advocate, just to reverse the mirror. But for some reason, Fatima feel like it's different. Oh, that's different. But they're gonna say it's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when I do it. So anyway, but Angela did try to let her see herself, like, they was in a relationship, and I want somebody to say they could have a baby together. I mean, it's just the reaction. But at the end of the day, Fatima has the right to feel however she feels. If she feels like Zach is overreacting, and that's how she feels, but Zach apparently gonna probably feel a little bit different, because even back at the fire, Pam had brought up to Zach how he was just a little bit, how he was overly emotional when it came to Karen, and how Fatima was looking at him at the side of his, his neck. So even Pam brought it up to Zach, and so Zach like, oh shoot, and especially when she left him. So yeah. Anyway, and Fatima says that she felt like he abandoned her, and Angela said, well, I know you don't like to feel abandoned, but that's how she feels. So and Angela just said, you need to talk to Zach about it. I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, what can you do now but sit up and talk to Zach about it? All right, so now back over at the house. They're all at Andy's house, and they're all just so happy, hugging on Karen. And they happy she here. And apparently Karen's still pregnant, because she says she can't drink or smoke. So they all start to talk, and Danny brings up Zach, saying how Zach was like really emotional, and he really, doing all this stuff in front of Fatima, and how that Pam says she'll feel some type of way if, she understand how Fatima was feeling and all that stuff. And the thing, what I did, Karen really didn't dwell in it too much. She just kind of was like, well, yeah, I saw. And Andy was trying to change the subject. about it because it's too soon. She don't want to talk about it. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's topic of discussion. So I guess. And then they ended up bringing up, they brought up Preston. And Danny says, she was actually glad that Preston was there. And they like, oh, for real? Why? But she didn't really want to get into what happened when they had that whole fight at her house. So she really didn't bring that up. But then that's when Danny brings up Calvin. And that really wasn't too much said on that end. But I'm just like, they sure know how to switch topics. They sure know how to, we ain't finna talk about this. Let me bring up what you doing. Now, we ain't talking about what I'm doing, but bring up what you doing. So they do that a lot. And then Karen drops a bombshell saying when she was in the hospital, the doctor actually told her who her baby daddy was. So now we're going to be going through this the next 3 weeks on Tyler Perry's Sistas. Who is the baby daddy? Who is the baby daddy? So that's pretty much it. The episode overall, it was okay. I just was kind of just looking at Fatima's face because that had me laughing the whole time. And Zach, Karen, I said, didn't they say that the girl was dead? But you know what? Zach called her name so many times, child. She popped up like Beetlejuice. Karen, what y'all doing? Anyway, just let me know how y'all like this episode, y'all. This is Sheila Bila, and I'm sorry I am not my most energetic self. It is 2:00 in the morning, and yeah, I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick about Sisters. I really wasn't going into detail. I wasn't doing like no line by line verbatim or anything like that. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit just to get a little insight on what happened on tonight. And I know I probably forgot a whole bunch of stuff. I probably said wrong names or whatever. But anyway, charges to my head and my heart, my name. Jesus loves y'all. Y'all have a great day. Bye.